Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter number 14, data handling. So let's start with the first concept. So let's start with our very first topic, pictograph. Pictographs are the pictorial representation of given data. We use a symbol to represent the information where a symbol can be equal to one or more units. Let us take an example. The following pictograph shows the number of bicycles sold by a company in the first 5 months of the year. January, February, March, April and May. In January, the bicycles sold are 50, in February 35, March 60, April 30, May 20. Key: a full bicycle represents 10 bicycles, whereas a half bicycle represents 5 bicycles. As you can see here, every month is represented by number of bicycles. Smart tip: data is any information collected in form of numbers or facts. When we represent this data through pictures or symbols, it is called pictorial representation of data. Interpretation of pictographs. We have already learned to read and interpret pictograph in the previous class. Let us revise it once again. So let's see example number 1. The pictograph shows the number of students in various sections of grade 4. So here you can see there are various sections, section 4th A, 4th B, 4th C, 4th D and 4th E. So here we are represented the number of students by using some symbols. So, and each symbol is equal to 5 students. So here our first question arises, which section has maximum number of students? So the section having maximum number of symbols will have the maximum number of students. So let's see which section has the maximum number of symbols. So as you can see, the maximum number of symbols are in section 4th B. So we can say the maximum number of students are in section B. So section B has maximum number of symbols. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So section B has 8 symbols. So we can say section B has maximum number of students as it has maximum number of symbols. So in second part, how many students are there in that section? So the number of students in section B is equal to number of heads or is equal to number of symbols multiplied by 5, as each symbol is equal to 5 students. So the number of symbols are 8. 8 multiplied by 5 is equal to 40. So there are 40 students in section B. Part B, how many students are there in section E? So in section E, to calculate how many students are there, we need to first count the number of symbols in section E. So let's count. It is section E, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the number of symbols in section E is equal to 5. So therefore number of students in section E is equal to the number of symbols multiplied by 5. So the number of symbols are 5 multiplied by 5 get 25. So the number of students in section E is 25. Part C, which sections have equal number of students? So to find which sections have equal number of students, we have to count the number of heads in each section. So to count which section have equal number of students, we need to count the number of symbols in each section. That is, let's start from section A. The number of symbols are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Number of symbols in section B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. In section C, 7. In section D, 6. And in section E, 5. So as you can see, section A and section C have equal number of symbols. So we can say, since section A and C have equal number of symbols, that is, so the number of students in section A and C are equal. That is, the number of students are 7 multiplied by 5, 35 students in each section. So section A and section C have equal number of students. Part D, how many students are there in total in grade 4? So we have to find the total number of students in grade 4. That is, count the total number of students of all the sections. So to count that, first we need to count the total number of symbols in grade 4. So total number of symbols in grade 4 is 7 in section A plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5. So the total number of symbols in grade 4 are 33 when we add up all this. So now we have got the total number of symbols, and to find the total number of students we need to multiply the total number of symbols by 5. So the total number of students is equal to total number of symbols, that is 33 multiplied by 5. So 33 multiplied by 5 is 165. So the total number of students are 165 students. Tally marks. While representing a given data, mainly the large data, we might do errors in counting. To avoid it and to consolidate a large data easily, we use tally marks. In tally marks, we represent 1 by a perpendicular line, 2 by 2 parallel lines, 3 by 3 parallel lines, 4 by 4 parallel lines, and 5 by a crossing line over 4 parallel lines, 6 by 4 parallel lines, and 1 crossing line plus 1 perpendicular line, and so on. Bar graph. Another way to represent information or data is by drawing a bar graph. Pictographs require a lot of skills in drawing clear pictures, and to represent large numbers by pictographs becomes difficult. So easier methods of presenting data have been devised. One such method is drawing a bar graph. Smart tip: in a bar graph, rectangular columns of uniform width bars are used to represent the information. Drawing a bar graph. Follow these instructions while drawing a bar graph. The width of the bar should be uniform throughout. The gap between two bars should be uniform throughout. The bars may either horizontal or vertical. To construct a bar graph, a suitable scale has to be decided so that length or height of the bars are easily represented in the graph. The following bar graphs represent number of cars sold by a company in the first 5 months of the year in two different ways. As you can see here from the above graph, we see that every bar graph must have a title. Information is represented along with two lines, horizontal and vertical. Each line must have labels to explain as to what information are being represented. Bars are drawn to represent desired numbers. In the first bar graph, the name of the months are given along the horizontal line. The vertical line is the number line showing the numbers. In the second bar graph, these two lines are interchanged. The name of the months given along the vertical line and the numbers along the horizontal line. So students, now let's look at example number 1. Study the bar graph and answer the following question. Here we are given a bar graph and we have to answer the questions related to the graph. So let's move to our first question. What does the graph represent? So here the bar graph represents the marks obtained by Deepak in various subjects, as these are marks from 0 to 100, and here the subjects are mentioned. So we can say that the graph represents the marks obtained by Deepak in various subjects. So students, let's look at part B of example 1. In which subject did he score the highest marks? So we have to find in which subject did Deepak score the highest marks. So to find the highest marks, as we can see in our left hand side, that is in y-axis, we have marks obtained, and as we move up the marks increases, so the marks would be highest with the subject having the highest bar. So we can see that the maths have the highest bar, that is 100 up to 100. So the highest marks obtained by him is in maths. The highest marks is scored in maths, and that too it is 100. So students, now look at part C of example 1. In which subject did he score the least marks? So here we have to find the subject which scores the least marks. So let's look. To find the least, we have to look for the column that is the smallest. So we can see that in maths we have the highest column, whereas in Hindi we have the smallest column, that is it goes only up to 50, and no other column is smaller than Hindi. So we can say the least marks are scored in Hindi. So I hope students you have understood how we calculated the least marks. So for least marks we look for the column or the bar that is the smallest. So here the smallest bar is of Hindi, so we can say that the marks obtained in Hindi are the least marks. So students, now let's look at part D of example 1. So here, how much did Deepak score in EVS? So in this question we have to find the number of marks scored by Deepak in EVS. So let's move to our bar graph or the column graph. Here we have to find the marks scored by Deepak in EVS. So here is the column for EVS and the marks scored are given here. So EVS goes up to 90. So we can say that marks scored by Deepak in EVS is 90. Deepak scores 90 marks in EVS. So I hope students you have understood how did I find the EVS marks of Deepak. That is, in EVS, in down section, in x-axis it is given subjects, and EVS subjects have the bar or the column raised up to 90. So we can say that marks scored by Deepak in EVS subject is 90. That is 90 marks in EVS.